I want to talk to the person who's already earning six figures, right? You are doing the right things in this challenging job market and still not getting traction. So, first of all, yes, the market is absolutely tough. I will say that what I am seeing is not really a skills issue. It's more so of an alignment issue. Let's talk for a second. From a talent acquisition perspective, what I'm seeing more of now is a growing gap between skills and experience and what the job actually requires. And so we got to talk more about positioning and not just resume updates, so to speak. Employers are looking for more exact alignment in a way that maybe they haven't in the past. And so here's the thing, if your resume requires a hiring team to connect the dots, then you've already lost their attention. The market is rewarding alignment and not necessarily potential. And so when we're talking about a recruiter or the hiring team and they're looking at a resume, and of course they know the job description for the most part, then they're not looking to have to connect the dots. Really, they want more of a plug and play. They want it to be clear that based on this sheet of paper, you have exactly what they are looking for or pretty close to it. The second thing is that LinkedIn is not optional at this level and it's actually being misused. Um, Unfortunately, what I'm seeing more of is folks are scrolling LinkedIn, right? I see the complaints on social media. They're scrolling away as opposed to using LinkedIn the way they need to use LinkedIn strategically to land their next six-figure opportunity, right? If you haven't heard me say this already, please be clear that LinkedIn is used as a sourcing tool. So if your profile does not adequately, does not accurately, does not effectively position you as someone who's an ideal fit for a position that I or other recruiters are working to fill, then you've lost out on an amazing opportunity, especially again at this level. We are using LinkedIn as a sourcing tool. How are you ensuring that we can find you? Third, one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing is that job seekers are not updating their resume with an actual strategy, right? They're just kind of making updates, making tweaks, and there's no real strategy behind it. Here's the thing, tools can't replace judgment, context, or market awareness. They just can't. At this level, resumes aren't just documents, they are positioning assets. We'll call them that. And ensuring that there's a strategy behind the document, behind that asset, is not optional at the six-figure level. And so making sure you're not just checking the box, oh, updated the resume, but that there's an actual strategy behind it. Here's what actually is working now. Alignment between target roles and experience. Alignment across the board is the common thread that is actually ensuring that candidates move forward. Your resume and your LinkedIn profile need to tell the same strategic story. The strategy for both needs to be aligned. And of course, there goes that word again. The language that you're using for both assets needs to ensure that it reflects what recruiters are actually looking for, right? How we actually evaluate candidates. This is not about you adding more words, adding more bullets. This is about you being more precise and more targeted. Think quality over quantity. If you're starting to now feel like maybe my resume and my LinkedIn profile are out of alignment and I haven't done all that needs to be done to ensure I'm being positioned for success, that is where I come in. I offer an executive support package. I will, of course, put the details below. Here's what I'm saying. Now is the time, right? I think some of you are being swayed by the noise and are shifting into panic mode. Now is the time to ensure your ducks are in a row, your assets are solid, and then we can talk about the strategy to execute with those refined tools. This package is designed for executives who don't need more advice. They need clarity, they need alignment, and they need execution. That is what this package brings. Of course, details are below. I look forward to speaking with you soon.